Hello friends, Pilot here. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator tutorial. This is the second video I'm recording today to catch up after a week that I was away. And this is going to be the full flight with Boeing 747-8 from Frankfurt in Germany to Copenhagen, Kastrup Airport in Denmark. So as you see in the background, we are ready to taxi. Flight plan is entered. This is going to be the same flight plan we used before with a slight difference. Instead of runway 25 left, we are departing from runway 25 center, and that's how we are instructed by the ATC. And our departure or SID is going to be Maru 2 Whiskey instead of Maru 2 Delta or Maru 2 Kilo, whichever it was in the previous episode. So let's hop into the cockpit and let's get ready to taxi to the runway. Just to recapture what we have been through in the previous episode, our flight plan is entered, and we can quickly take a look at the legs page. We are departing from Maru 2 Whiskey, runway 25 center, and our legs are correctly placed. Our flight level will be 260, 26,000 feet. And unfortunately, same problem happened again when I was selecting the arrival. As you see, I selected ILS 30, but then I wasn't able to select the star. This is a bug, and hopefully it will be fixed with the next update. I think this has been submitted to the issues, but we will stick to what we have here today. And the other thing is, our speed is set to 250 knots below 10,000. ATC cleared us to 6,000 feet, and we are going to test the VNAV to see how good it performs in this aircraft after the updates, rather than doing the vertical speed to climb at a certain rate. If it doesn't work, we will switch and do that as well. So the engines are running and we are ready to taxi. Let's release the parking brake. Taxi lights are on, and let me see, give her a little bit of power, and we are moving. So the taxi is a little bit long. I will probably edit that part and cut it to a point where I am close to the runway and ready to line up, and we'll take it from there, because I want to keep this video at around 30 minutes and I don't want to exceed 30 minutes. We will see how that goes. But let me taxi to the runway and bring you guys back when I'm close to enter the runway or holding short at the runway. We are holding short at the runway 25 center, and let's configure our aircraft for takeoff and do a final check. Auto brakes to RTO for rejected takeoff. Transponder to TA array. Let's set our flaps to 10. Flaps 10, and let's arm the speed brakes. So speed brakes are armed. Runway tail landing lights can turn on. Runway turn off lights, we can turn off the taxi light. And now we can turn on the beacon lights for upper and lower part of the aircraft. We can turn on the strobe, and we are ready for takeoff. Just to remember, our takeoff speed is going to be 153 knots, and we are going to stay below 250 knots until 10,000 feet, and we'll see how LNAV and VNAV is working when we take off. But let's release the parking brake and let's line ourselves up, and in the meantime let's ask for takeoff clearance.
Frankfurt Tower Lufthansa 89er Tree Heavy at runway 25 center, ready for takeoff IFR to Kastrup.
Lufthansa
Niner trig heavy cleared for takeoff runway 25 center.
Okay, we have our takeoff clearance. We'll give the communications to AI Copilot so that we don't need to worry about the communications when we are taking off. Let's line up with the runway and cut the power. That looks good. So now we are ready for our takeoff run. Okay, let's take a look and keep the view like that. Everything looks okay, hopefully, and until V1 we will apply forward pressure just to keep her on the ground. So let's give her some power, let the engine stabilize, release the brakes and toga power. I'm applying forward pressure and keeping ourselves at the center with my rudder pedals. So airspeed is live. 80 knots is past 100 knots. V1 and rotate, and there we go. We are hopefully going to be all right. Positive rate, gear can come up, and we are flying the runway heading. Flaps, we can start retracting the flaps, and we are past 1000, so we can turn on the autopilot and we'll see how autopilot takes care of the aircraft. We can claim one more level of flaps. Okay, everything is looking good. Hopefully we will stay around 250 and do not pass it. We can clean the flaps completely. And now we are climbing for... There we go, that's what I was talking about. And I cannot manage the speed anymore. This is not going to work, guys. This is not going to work. We are going to go for vertical speed mode, and we will set ourselves for 1500 because this is gonna stall the aircraft. This is too bad that autopilot cannot take care of VNAV at the moment. We'll do this, and we will manage the speed and the climb. Hopefully this will take care of everything. We are slowing down. That's good, and we are hopefully going to drop down to... I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, okay, it's stabilizing. It takes some time to maintain, but we will be good. So, and as you heard, ATC gave us clearance to 12,000, so let's set it to 12,000 and hope everything goes okay. Now we can bring the speed brakes in and disarm the auto brake. We can now... Okay, that's better. Now we have the weather information and the flight plan and the route, and hopefully we will follow that route until we pass 10,000. This looks like it's going okay right now, and she looks fine to me. I don't know what you guys think. It is a bummer that the VNAV is still not working, but we will see what happens after 10,000 feet. I'm gonna engage VNAV one more time to see if it will cooperate. And one thing I forgot is we need to turn the de-icing to auto and leave it at auto. We can turn off the runway turn-off lights, and the landing lights will be turned off after 10,000. So now looks like we are maintaining the speed and climbing. So she is not a fast climber, actually. 747, 1500, maybe we can try a little more, like 1750, and see if we can manage that, because we are at 60% throttle. I think we still have room to climb a little bit faster, and looks like the LNAV is doing what it should be doing. Alright guys, I think I'll continue this video in the next episode, where we program the approach page and start our ILS landing. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.